Today, we are joined by Vera Barbosa, who is a researcher at the Portuguese Institute of Sea and Atmosphere. And she's here today to talk to us a little bit about the Seafood Tomorrow project. And Vera, it's very nice to have you aboard.
It's very nice to be on board.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's great. Thank you very much for your time this morning. I know you're very busy at the moment. But I was hoping, could you tell us just a little bit about the Seafood Tomorrow project?
Well, the Seafood Tomorrow Project was the main objective to develop innovative, sustainable solutions for improving the safety and the dietary value of the seafood in Europe. So we tried to develop and validate innovative, sustainable solutions for farmed fish species biofortification with health-promoting nutrients like iodine, selenium, iron, and omega-3 fatty acids by the use of supplemented aquafeeds with functional blends of microalgae, and salinized yeast as natural ingredients. We all know that fish consumption is associated with beneficial effects for human health. However, most of the European consumers have lower consumption of fish products, and 1/3 of the global population have severe nutritional deficiencies, especially in iodine, selenium, and iron. So there is also a growing demand for healthy, sustainable, and added value products, which leads to the potential, for develop fish fortification as functional foods through the fortification with natural and health valuable nutrients improve the consumer's diets. We all know that fish nutritional composition can be effectively modulated by the feeds. So we take 2 trials, one as a pilot scale, the first trial, and the other the industrial scale, that it was the farm scale. In the pilot scale, we use fish species that are very consumed in Europe, such as trout, salmon, gilthead sea bream, and common carp. And in this first pilot scale trial, we carried with trout, gilthead sea bream, and carp that were fed with a control diet, mimicking a commercial feed that is used in the farm fish. We used 3 experimental biofortified diets supplemented with different blends of iodine-rich microalgae and salinized yeast. Each experiment lasted a minimum of 3 months, mimicking the end of the production stage, just before the fish reaching the market size for the consumers. At the beginning and at the end of the feeding experiment, samples were collected, following the procedures usually performed in commercial fish farms, and the chemical composition of fish fillets were analyzed to evaluate the nutrient deposition in fillets and to evaluate the nutritional contribution to dietary reference values. We also analyzed the fish growth performance parameters and calculated the fish and analyzed the fish welfare and the commercial viability of these biofortified fish fillets. The design of the different feeds take in consideration several parameters. The nutritional value, that is the content of the selected target nutrients, the safety and legal compliance for using animal feeds stated in the European directives, the 2002-32 and the regulation 1275-2030. And also the economic sector in terms of the market availability and the production costs. And with the results of this pilot scale, the best biofortification blend was used at the industrial level in the farm scale, testing this novel biofortification feed against the standard commercial feed currently used by the farms. Also, in this experiment, the feeding trial lasted 3 months, also at a growing out stage, until the fish reached their market size.
Okay, because there's a lot going on there with all the different
it
species and different trials.
Yes.
Yeah.
We tried to use different species that are mainly consumed in Europe and also produced in Europe for the European consumers. Yes.
And that you've kind of answered my next question. I was going to ask why it's of interest to Irish aquaculturalists, but that is the answer. So they're all species that are eaten and produced in Europe.
Yeah. They are all the most consumed species for European people. Yes.
Yeah, that's great. And I was kind of ask as well, so kind of what stage of development that the research is at, and we touched off that already as well, that a lot of the pilot studies are done and now you're moving to industrial scale. Is that right?
Yes, we finished the industrial step now, and the results are being prepared for release for the scientific and the aquaculture and the general people that want to have access for them. At the moment, we have all the results from the pilot scale already published. They are available for everyone that wants to reach them, and the farm scale results are in the final stage for the publication. So I hope and I know that soon they will also be available for it.
Yeah, great.
Yes.
And I was going to ask, so how does your research, let's say, compare to other solutions that are, or other research that's going on at the moment?
Well, different research has been already done in the previous studies to improve the nutritional quality and safety of seafood by the fortification process. Yet through the aquaculture feed for modulation, yet a biofortification approach perceived as natural by the manipulation of fish that is using natural ingredients in feed formulation, and having also the sustainable approach. This is the replacement of fish meal and fish oil by vegetable sources, and validate not also in the pilot scale but also in an industrial scale, was assessed for the first time within the Seafood project. We know that aquaculture current has a significant component in aquaculture feeds for fish meal and fish oil. That are costly and unsustainable marine derived resources, and the growing trend to replace these unsustainable sources by alternative sources is gaining interest. Yet these changes can have some effects in the nutritional value of edible fish, and ultimately having some effects for the consumers. So we tried to assess how these alternative sources with health valuable nutrients such as macroalgae and microalgae can not only have benefit effects for the consumers, but also do not have detrimental effects for the fish.
Yes, yeah. So I guess in a sense you're kind of looking at natural solutions to help the fish, which helps people.
Yes.
Yeah.
We tried to go and natural and sustainable. It was the main focus. Novel approaches that we can use what is available without compromising our health and also, of course, the health of the fish. And for the aquaculture industry, we also have in mind the aquaculture production costs and the commercial availability. Okay, because we can reach some approach that is good for the fish, it's good for human, but in terms of aquaculture sector is not viability because have such high costs or does not have benefits for them that it's not how can I say, it's not viable for them. So we tried also to take this into consideration when modulating the feeds.
Yeah, okay. I think that's so important because any solution you come up with has to work for everybody in the value chain.
Yes, because if there's not work for the aquaculture sector, they will not implement it. So it's not reaching the consumers. And our main goal is to have a cycle with high added value and be nutritious for the consumers, but also important for the aquaculture sector by reducing their costs if possible, by replacing the unsustainable and costly resources like fish meal and fish oil by other sources, but also that at the end we have a product that is appealing for the consumer so they can buy.
Yeah, perfect. So it's you're getting it there along for everybody, really.
Yes.
Yeah. And tell me, if anyone wanted to find out more about the Seafood Tomorrow project, where is the best place to go?
Well, the Seafood Tomorrow Project has its own website, so you can find it on Seafood Tomorrow Project website. All the results available are there for everyone that want to see, and there is also contacts for the main interviews in this project that if you want to get some answers specifically, you can reach them. Just to let you know, to give you an highlight, this biofortification strategies result in a 100% increase of iodine content in biofortified carbs compared to non-biofortified carbs, and selenium biofortification reaches 99% increase in gillhead sea breams. So we have really good results.
Yeah, some really strong results coming out of the project, which is great to see.
Yes, so, and you can find it all there in the project. Seafood Tomorrow Project as all these results. You can find all the publications that were published with the results, not also for the carp and the sea bream trial, but also for the trout and the other species, and everything is there.
That's brilliant. Thank you very much. And we can share a link to those publications on the IATiP website as well. Vera, thank you very much for your time this morning. I know you're really busy at the moment. So it was a pleasure.
It was a pleasure, and I hope that I bring some news for the sector.